Hello and welcome to another episode. Today we've got 4 great matches. 2 against the well-known and renowned Goof, or Ju. I'm really sorry if that's not how you pronounce it. And shooting. So let's start off with Goof. I'm just gonna call him that, because that's how it looks to me. He's using Dr. Coil with double roasters. So a lot of dancing in these matches, I think, a lot of traded punches too, but for the most part, he was putting enough pressure on me to always catch me whenever I had too much extension, I guess, or he would always catch me whenever I would overextend, so that's how he was able to take these games. That was just barely out of reach. But yeah, see right there, I was not prepared for that. That grab would have worked if he hadn't curved it so far to the left. In fact, there's a couple grabs that like really would have worked. And honestly, I'm not really sure why. It seems like top level players get so many rushes like that where I only have one arm extended and they just rush me and it hits, but whenever I try to do the same thing on them when they have one arm extended, it doesn't really connect. But anyway, maybe it's because I punched while still, so I couldn't move, but maybe they punched while moving so that they were a bit farther out and could get out of the way in time. Anyway, sort of just poke him around. He really just needs one hit if anything, and I'm really trying to wall him out. And I'm thinking maybe if I landed a rush, I'd take the round, but he KOs me before I can even act on that thought. I switched to double nades just in hopes that maybe I'll trade punches more often. I think he's trying to call me out because he's got rush. I think if I blocked more I would have done better, but he might have caught onto that too and just grabbed a bunch. And that rush would have worked if it was my left arm that was extended and not my right. And I was hoping the explosion would catch him, but he did the hovering while rushing technique to prevent the explosion from knocking him out of it. Just in the nick of time, I'm able to break that grab. Honestly, I don't even see a reason why I should be charging my arms, besides more damage, obviously, but whenever he's not charging his arms, I've got super armor and he doesn't, so it's kind of what I'm doing there. And I'm thinking, like, if I could just break that arm or get a rush while his arm is down. But once again, he's able to take advantage of my immobility to KO me. So let's move on to round 2, where we go to Name Redacted, everyone's favorite stage. So it went ahead and switched to RAAM, I assume because of all these pillars. And I put the Slamamander back on for the same reason. I had also equipped the Kablammer for this round, and in retrospect it was a really stupid decision to use it later on, just because against Coil, what was I even thinking? But I think that could also be a contributing factor to wanting a curving arm, is to deal with a heavier arm. But anyway. She's calling me out on the dashes to the side, and on this stage it's a bit easier to do that because you often have a wall to your side or a pillar, so you can either dash or not dash, and then you just have to call it out. But I am able to get a lot of hits on him, I'm assuming because the RAAM is taking too long to reach me and leaving him more open, but also maybe it's just these pillars are really pestering him, and I thought maybe I'd be able to wiggle my way out of that one, but unfortunately it's going to be a no. And I'm really hoping, like, really trying my best to make sure that they don't make a comeback, and I was also just then thinking maybe I'll just time him out and hopefully the rush build won't be too bad, but I ended up hitting him anyway. So he switched back to double roaster, and this ends up working out for him more, because straight flying arms aren't as bad against pillars as you might expect, because they may not be able to go around the pillar. I finally do land a rush with calling him out on the grab. But once again, it's just, I feel like I can't escape it. But as I was saying, straight arms, they may not be able to hit you from behind the pillars, but they can catch you as you come out if you can guess the correct direction. So you've got to be careful about that. And if you have two straight flying arms, you could either even shoot them to either side of the pillars and get really, and just hope that they fall for it. You might just get lucky as well. Still though, he's got a significant health lead, but there's still a chance I could come back if I played smart. But one roaster hit, maybe even uncharged hit, would do it in for me. And he's able to get it with the third arm extension. So again, I switched to Kablammer, and again, I have no idea what I was even thinking. But I guess what my thought was, he's putting so much pressure on, I'd be able to wall it out. Assuming that he thought I was going to punch there, but I continued to block and it paid off. I'm able to break the grab with the Kablammer, but that's about all it did. Maybe that roaster? I don't know. And if I had had a left arm, a nade, that might have been able to hit him as he dashed, but yeah, I should have either stuck with Slamamander or just gone double nades. If I had the Fun Chuck here, it might also help out some. And again, I thought I could try wiggling out, but I just can't escape it. Also, like, if I block, I think my shield would have been broken for a second there. And they're just putting intense pressure on me. They've got almost full health. Or do they even have full health? They certainly don't anymore. Haha, no perfect for you. But yeah, I'm once again unable to wiggle out of it and take the rush for the KO. So, good games. And on to our second opponent, shooting. Now I feel kind of bad for this because I noticed he had a rank drop after this game, but I guess it's just the way of life. If he had won this, I would have dropped down to rank 18. But anyway, we're starting out. I'm sort of getting memories of that gore fight from yesterday, as well as the most recent fight against Double Roasters. And I'm going to be frankly honest, I think Double Roasters might be the hardest combo for me to fight, just because their speed and their strength and their fire, especially on characters with huge arm girths. But I thought I had got him, but the roaster's able to slip in and hit me before I'm able to hit him with the rush. But I'm still have a pretty big health lead, and I'm just trying to play a bit more patiently. And I think since shooting's technique isn't as refined as Goof's, it helps me out in that aspect. No offense intended, of course. I'm able to slip in a roaster for the finishing blow, and he switched to Cracker and Funchuck, which is a very interesting combo. I can't say I've really seen that before, especially on a mummy, although I have seen both Cracker and Funchuck on mummies do very well. I guess that he would shield, and it was correct. I tried doing it again, and didn't exactly work, but I'm able to get a rush. If only the Slamamander didn't have such a weird hitbox. But this would, in theory, be a really powerful combo, and definitely a noob-destroying combo, if that's the right terminology. Because if you try and use one medium arm to punch through, you might get through the Cracker, but the Funchuck is going to hinder your progress and probably even get to you. So you've got to play around it with a second arm. Or if they punch with the Funchuck first, then the Cracker might get you. But they switched to Helix, which Using double toasters kind of reminds me of Palamine Lewis, his combo, but also just the kind of common Helix combo with a sort of spammy double toasters to build rush and wall you out. But really what I think the best way to deal with Helix players like this is to get up close, because when you're far away, and what is this madness, when you're far away, it's just going to wall you out, and you need an extremely precise and lucky hit to knock him down. But up close, if you're able to read correctly, then you should be able to win. So up close it comes down to mind games, and I definitely should have blocked. There's no way I would have won that, I should know that. But yeah, up close it just comes down to mind games, while from a distance, Helix can really effectively wall you out with double gloves. And I hate it when that happens, whenever you punch, but it doesn't break the grab. But I have a really, I thought one hit would do me in, but I end up taking a hit, and it doesn't do me in. I'm on the magic pixel, and I'm really hoping to make a comeback, and I'm guessing he's really hoping that he can just finish me off. And I'm able to get a good grab in to take the round. With the magic pixel comeback, it felt pretty good. But now we're back to playing the who can break through Helix wall game. And I'm able to hit him with a Slamamander, which basically gives me a free pass to get to him. And we trade there, so again, it sort of puts it back in neutral. And then I punch again, but it doesn't break the grab, and I think he's taunting, but I'm not sure. Also, I think if I had gone to the left, I would have dodged that. I'm not sure if he's taunting or just trying to make himself hard to hit, to be honest. But he's got a pretty significant health lead, and one more good hit would, or two more good hits would really do me in. But I'm able to land a rush on him, which is nice. And I kind of just now realized that whenever Helix is getting up, jumping is able to cover both the dash and jump option for Helix. Because whenever you jump, your arms will go downward, so it'll be able to hit him in puddle form. But if he goes into tower form, you'll also be eye to eye with him. And although probably not the best strategy to jump in their face every time they get up, it might help you every now and then. And I was worried that I was gonna get hit there, but unfortunately for him, I had the high ground and was able to finish him off. So, good game shooting, and you too, Goof, and have a nice day. Bye.